Welcome back to my channel. My name's Rebecca, I'm 29 and I live in Newcastle and you are reporting for Beauty Duty. Whew, at least I got my age right. It was my birthday on Wednesday, I'm now filming on Saturday. So thumbs up to me. So what you can see on my eyes is the brand new Melt Mary Jane palette, as you will see from the title of my video. I'm a little bit late on this, I'm sure there's other videos out there, but I got this as a present from my wonderful fiance for my birthday. There is something that I did ask for from him and he pulled out the goods. He is a good man. He is a good man. And yeah, I'm going to do like a what I got for my birthday sort of haul. I got money as well, so I like bought stuff. I got Boots vouchers, so I've got, you know, Boots stuff also. Might do the Boots as a separate haul though. We'll see. So my dear friend Mary, and one of my Patreons, did request that I do swatches. We all know that I hate swatches. I've done little finger swatches to see what colours I wanted to use on the shimmers. Oh, I didn't show the outside packaging. That's what the outside packaging of this looks like. Bye. That'll go in the bin now. Okay, so I'm going to try super hard to swatch. Is it a thing to prime your arm before you swatch? Like, is that a thing? Should I put primer on before I swatch? I really don't know if that's a thing, really. You know what? I can't be bothered. So, right. I'm going to obviously just go like this and I will speak the names as I do it. So starting off with Mary Jane. Try to get a good amount. So slightly thinner formula there, but I think this is more of a topper. I'll give her another second pass. That's what it looks like on the finger. Some more of a topper shade, but super high shine, really reflective. Then going into one of the only mattes I didn't use, which is Gasper, which is a like sort of rusty brown colour. Almost got a bit of mustardy to it. That is beautiful. I wish I had used that because that is absolutely stunning. I am so shit at swatching. I do apologise. Sorry, Mary, I'm trying my best. And this is Sweet Lucy. Oh, she picked up well on the finger. Which is another metallic. Look at that. She is high shine, slightly crumbly, but super beautiful. And then another shimmer, which is Bamber, which is a very sort of gunmetal sort of colour in the pan. Oh, that is nice. And then going into the darkest matte, which is Sinsemilla or Sinsemilla, depending on if it's Spanish or not. I don't really know. It is a double L in it, which is, there's a very cool tone dark brown, almost grey on the eye, which I totally wasn't mad at, very dark. And then going into Santa Maria, which is another metallic, another sort of gunmetal-y metallic, slightly more grey than Bamber. Definitely, it might not look like that, but it definitely is different. Then going into Rubia, which is a mid-toned brown. Come on. I'm hoping that I can get these swatches all in one go. I do have a nice fat arm to do it on. Then going into Bow, which is a brown metallic with some sort of silvery sort of speckles in it. Then going into Mari, or Mari, which is the palest matte in the palette. That's a terrible swatch. It does show up on the eye beautifully to help blow out the look. Then going into Cali, which again is feels very similar formula wise to Mary Jane, so more of a topper than anything else. That's what I've got on my inner corner. I wonder if I could use that as a highlight. like face highlights. So that's everything there. Excuse my fat arm. Let's see if I can use Callie as a highlight on my face. Maybe not, because she is... Oh no, that worked, I think. She is quite crumbly, but... Yeah, probably wouldn't. Did work, but just a bit crumbly for that when I tapped a big brush into it. Again, God, I am terrible at swatching. If I had a better camera setup, I probably could swatch easier and do it as like over the top sort of swatching. I just don't have that facilities for it, unfortunately. There are other bits in this collection, like I think there's pot eyeliners, there's definitely glitters in a pot as well. I'd have really loved the glitters. I didn't ask for those for my birthday. In hindsight as well, you know, glitters don't work great on the eye for me, but I do think like glitter. I'm a completionist, that's my problem. Like if a collection comes out, I want everything, even if I can't like really afford it or wouldn't use it and shouldn't buy it. You know, I have problems. Okay, I have problems. Anyway, enough of me babbling on. If you want to see me use this, do keep on watching. Okie dokie. So, hoping that I went through plenty of this during my intro, but filming with the Melt Mary Jane today. Look at that packaging. Is it not just stunning? It's got a good weight to this as well. I've already got rid of the plastic, and that's what she looks like inside. I've not swatched it. I've not, or anything like that. I think I will have swatched in the intro because my friend Mary fancies the palette, so has asked me to do some swatches, and we know they're not my best. Got my beautiful necklace on. I'll link where I got it from down below. One of my colleagues, beautiful colleagues called Jordan, she makes these, and it is the most stunning crystal. I can't remember what the crystal's called. Sorry, Jordan, I'm rubbish. But is it not just beautiful? It's like stunning. I was waiting for her to do rose gold because that's so my jam, and as soon as she put them up on Instagram I was like yes. And when I was picking my accessories to do this look, I was like, oh, I have to wear this from Jordan because it's just so pretty and great length as well. I was worried it was going to be too short, but the length is perfect. Right, so I'm going to go into, oh my god, I can't pronounce these. Sinsemilla, which is the darkest of the mattes, the darkest brown mattes, and I'm taking this on a Morphe M507. Eyes are primed with the usual primer, the Be Perfect Prime, as always. Ooh, it's not as dusty as I'm used to Melt being. So, and I've not watched any videos on this, so I don't really know much about the palette quite yet, so we shall see. We shall see. So I'm just gonna sort of build up the sort of colours as I go on. Good amount of pigment. I wouldn't expect anything from Melt apart from like nice pigment, to be honest. I used to have the green one that they brought out, the other weed inspired one, but I can't remember what it's called. Help me out in the comments. But I sold it and I do regret selling it, but I was so broke at the time. But I really regret selling it because they would be such nice palettes together, but hey ho. And I will not repurchase something that I sold. No. So I'm just gonna pop that in there. Pop it in. Just making sure you can still see it above the crease. I'm going to do something obviously super smoky with this. Just really nice. I'm leaving quite a lot of space because I would really like to try as much as of the shimmers as I possibly can. This is probably going to be quite similar to the last look I did during Get Ready With Me, but I find it's like a really good way to try out the shades, is to focus the mattes on the outer corner and then really let the shimmers shine across the front. And I think it works great with my eye shape as well. So that's what we've got going on so far. Just making sure that is really nice and pigmented. And then I'm going to blend out the edges with a Morphe M139. So there are some palettes that I have owned in the past that, have I got lots of this brush not clean? No, it's fine. Where they certainly work better on an unset base, on a set base, but that is not how I like to do my makeup. I have extremely, that blends nicely. I have extremely dry eyelids, so I need an eyeshadow palette to perform well over a wet base, because that is just what looks like significantly better on my eye type. Like, if I'm doing something quick for work where I've used like 2 eyeshadow colours, it doesn't matter. But when I'm doing something that where I want to like pack a bit of a punch, it does matter. This blends real nice. And I know this palette is super neutral on the grand scheme of things, but something smoky and sultry is totally my aesthetic. And I have always had my eye on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. Like, I love the look of that palette. But for some reason, I've just never pulled the trigger. I think potentially I still would get it at some stage. I don't even know if it's still available. But yeah, this is sort of my answer to this. My fiance bought me it for my birthday as well. This is blending out real nice, to be fair. Just love smoky eyes. This is a beautiful colour. I mean, it's just a grey, dark brown, but it's still nice in my book. Okay, that's blended out really nice. I thought I was going to have to sort of pack and then do a tiny blend on the outside. And then I'm going to go into Rubia, which is another brown shade there. And I'm going to take that on another Morphe M50. No, this is an M506, which is similar, just a little smaller. Get a bit of noise. I'm just going to sort of blend that, pack that on the outside. So I have my own techniques of doing things. I know other people will say, "This is not how you can do it," but it's what works well for me, my eye type, my eye shape, you know. I'm not a trained makeup artist, but I know my own techniques and how I like to do them. I do like constructive criticism though, but yeah, I literally put makeup on my face every single day. And then I'm going to blend that out with an, is it the same thing? No, that's one M139. This is a Morphe M412. So it's slightly more pointed. And I'm just going to blend out. Okay, it's not as easy to blend as the first shade. Again, maybe I applied it not so great, but no, it's fine. That's blending. That is blending. Got a slight patchiness through there, but that happens with most eyeshadows with me. I have flaky eyelids, so sometimes the pigmentation isn't even across my full eyelid. There's just nothing I can do about that, to be honest. So I don't often do the winged out shape because often my eye is not in great condition for it, as much as I love it. Just going to take the brush that I put the first shade on with the Morphe M507 and go back into Sinsemilla or Sinsemilla, depending if this is Spanish or not. I'm just going to re-intensify that. I'm sort of going to pack and blend as I go. No fallout. Yeah, the last palette that I had, it was really flaky, so slightly different type of formula, I think. I actually prefer this one. I find it easier to work with. I'm just gonna use the same brush to blend out with. These are very different shapes, but hey ho. I'm very slapdash with my blending, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to take a bigger, fluffier brush, which is a Morphe R40, and do a nice, big, soft blend out with this. My eyebrows are getting waxed on Monday. Thank the Lord. What do we have? Just making that really smoky out, right out there. So I will do my brows a bit more. So far they're just soaped, but sometimes I will just do the soap and then I'll do the defining after, so that I have as much eye space going on as humanly possible. I'm just going to clean that off a bit. My Morphe M139, and I'm going to tap. The only shade I probably won't use matte wide is Mattes Wise is Gaspar, which is Gaspar, which is that one there. And I'm going to go into Mari, which is the lighter, well, the lightest of the mattes. So the most kick-uppy so far has been Rubia, which doesn't actually surprise me that much. So I'm really not tapping in that much, and I'm using this on a very fluffy brush so that the pigmentation is not too concentrated, and so that I can just really get that beautiful smoke out. And then I'm going back in with the first brush that I used and laying down the first shade again, which is Sinsemilla, the darkest of the browns, just to re-intensify that a bit. And I'm just going to go back through all the steps sort of that I've already done. So I might just fast forward through that a little bit, but yeah. See, this is why I need a video camera, so that I can like listen to things whilst I have things fast forwarding. Okay, so the thing that I'll do with the mattes, And I'm gonna try and do a good few of the shimmers. Sorry, I'm just looking in the palette. I'm gonna quickly lay down some glitter glue, just so I have, as you know, because I do this normally with eyeshadow, and then I shall come back and we'll play with some of the shimmers. So I shall be right back. So I've laid some glitter glue down, and let's go into Santa Maria, which is this shade here. I'm going to try and apply that just with a normal flat brush. I cannot wait for my ISO clean to show up. Order that with code Becky20. Link that down below. Not my code, it's my friend Becky's code. I wish. Ooh, that is super pigmented. It's just very metallic. I mean, in a good way. Okay, there is a barking dog upstairs. Me and my fiance had been wondering where the barking was coming from, and I think now I know. Not in a complaining way, I love dogs. I would much rather deal with a barking dog than a just crying child. So there's that. Do love babies though. Just, oh, it looks like wet almost on camera. Okay, I love that. Oh, really calling for a halo eye. I was like, no, Rebecca, no. Not everything needs to be a halo eye. And then next, oh. Oh, I have to use that. Okay, next I'm going to go into bow. Bow, which is that one just there. Same brush that I've just wiped off a little bit. Well, not great, but I've done the best I can. And I'm just gonna link those together. Oh, I love this. I mean, cool tones, say no more. I haven't seen it talked about on YouTube as much as I thought it would be. Are we even? No, I will blend the top of this out. So do ignore that it's kind of harsh right now. Because you know I don't love harsh lines up in this business. Go. And then, do I have a smaller flat brush? No, do I? Bugger. I'm going to take then, I'll do that in my inner corner. And then I'm going to take Sweet Lucy, which is that one just there. Sorry, I'm just like swatching them so that I know what it looks like. Because the worst thing is where you blend them and then it's like you've then gone into something that looks like it should be lighter in the pan. This is a nice bit of green tint to it, and then it's not, or something that just doesn't go. By the way, I use Revolution glitter glue. I found it just as good as anything else I've ever tried, so that's that. And I'm literally just gonna floof, soften up. Please soften up. Please soften up. These definitely have quite a dark base to them within themselves, so yeah, they're softening up nicely. Obviously this will come together nicer when my lashes are on and stuff like that. This is quite a like harsh look to have like no makeup on or anything. I'm just gonna take a slightly denser brush. Get that right into the socket. We are right up to the eyebrows with this. And I'm going to take a small little brush here and, oh, is that going to be too dark? I just want like a light beigey shade. What do I have on hand? I've just got a little Huda. I've just got my neutral nudes. I'm literally just taking like a bone coloured matte just so I can soften up a bit slightly. I do not think that necessarily every palette needs to have like a really light matte, because I can like grab something else. You don't need to do this, but just draw this soften up. Okay, there we go. What we've got going on, very smoky, very like, you know, very sultry. I'm just gonna take the brush that had the darkest shade on and wiggle waggle between that and the shimmers. I almost forgot to do that. Yeah, very smoky, very sultry look going on. And I'm going to tap into Mary Jane, which is more of a topper. That's what she looks like that. I'm just going to... Okay, this is very hard pressed. Oh. Tap just slightly on there. Add some slight more brightness just over the centre to make my eyes just appear that bit bigger. And that's what we've got going on. We are smoky, we are sultry. It's working for me. I hope it's working for you. I'm going to go away, whack a quick base on. We'll come back, do the under eye, etc, etc. And I will be right back. Rightio, so base is on. Got my lip plumper going. So let's do my under eye. I popped a bit of black eyeliner on, just like normal pencil liner. Powder everywhere, all over myself. And we're just going to go super smoky under the eye, like nothing too out there. So I'm going to go into Sinsemilla, which is the first dark shade I used. And I'm going to take that on a Morphe M506. I'm just going to floof that. I'm literally just giving it the gentlest tap in the pan, because the last thing I need is this all over my face. I'm going to take Rubia, which was the second shade we used. We're going to literally just throw that around on the eye. You know us, we're very slapdash over here. And it's going to take the Morphe R40 and tap into Mari, which is the lightest shade in this palette, and floof the floofs. Floof it under. Make sure we are nice and... I mean, there's like nothing, no real method to this apart from just throwing it on the eye, essentially. And I'm going to take Cali, which is this shade just here. I'm just going to give my brush a quick spritz, because I don't really want this to fall all over one's face, if I can help it. And I'm taking this on a Morphe JS13. Oh, doesn't pick up amazing on a brush. There we go. That's done it. This is definitely more of a sort of toppery shade. Popping that on. And just grab the big fluff again. Just give that a blend. I hate it when an inner corner looks really harsh. I feel like it should just melt into the rest of the look. And same for a brow bone. I really hate when that looks super harsh. And there we have it. So that's what we've got going on. It's super smoky. Not, I need to put some more highlighter on. Super smoky going on, like very smoky eye, very shimmer heavy. I love a shimmer heavy. I love shimmers in the crease. I love metallics in the crease. I don't love glitter in the crease because I don't really like glitter eyeshadow anyway. So I'm going to pop off, whack my lashes on, whack a lip on, come back with the whole finished look, finish my brows, everything, come back and we shall have a conversation about my thoughts, but I think you can probably guess what they are. So I shall be right back. Okay, so I am back with everything on and one of my ponytails on. Am I obsessed with these? Yes. Am I sorry about being obsessed with these? No. I have a multitude of lip colours on, so I'm not even going to get into it. But I'm trying out a new brand of lashes, and these are the House of Boo lashes in the style Boo. I bought them from Titmouse, so I will leave them linked down below for you. And I actually really like them, and I think they go with this look super well. Really full, really nice lashes, super easy to apply. Also, so that's a thumbs up from me. Right, let's talk about the main juice of the video, which was the palette. Firstly, 10 out of 10 for packaging. I love packaging that's beautiful and creative without feeling it necessary to be bulky. It's still slim. It'll still store really, really well. Not that I have any organized storage going on, but you know what I mean. Just super, super beautiful. Has a mirror inside. Nice and weighty, not flimsy at all. Has a mirror also. There we go. So that's what it looks like inside. I used every colour apart from 1, 2. I think I used every colour apart from 2 maybe. So I didn't use Gaspar and Bamber. Yeah. Yeah. So I think I did really, really well. Palette performed beautifully. It did exactly what I wanted, which was a smoky, sultry, easy to blend out look. Yeah, it did what I wanted it to do. You know, it's a neutral, well, I say neutral, but it's a very dark, smoky palette. So if this is not your colour scheme, then yeah, you won't like it. It's not for you. So that's fair enough. You know, it's not everybody's colour scheme by any stretch of the imagination. But for me, I really wanted it. It did exactly what I wanted it to. Also, have you picked this up? Do let me know. Do you enjoy these first impression videos from me? Would you like to see me do anything else with this? If not, I'll just do more looks for my Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram name up for you as well. We're really, really close to 650, so that is really, really exciting. Yeah. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you very much to my Patreons. I did recently start my own Patreon. I'll leave the link for that down below, but no pressure, of course. Like, you do you, whatever. But I have my little WhatsApp group, Rebecca's Reporters, you know. Yeah. Always feel like super awkward talking about these things. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up as well. Lets me know that you do enjoy these videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.